Hello and welcome to December's version of Let's Talk Extra Care. I'm Jamie Lindon-Lewis, the Director of Extra Care, and today you're joined by myself and the rest of our Extra Care senior leadership team. We've got an exciting agenda for you and we'll hope you're feeling super festive ahead of today's show. I'm now going to hand you over to Ali and we're going to talk about resident satisfaction.
Hello, I'm Ali Jure, Head of Extra Care looking after the North, and I hope you're well today. Today I'm going to give you an update on this year's Tenant Satisfaction Survey, which closed in November. But first I'd like to say a huge thank you. Thank you for taking the time to complete this year's survey and ensuring that your voice is heard. Every year we undertake our annual survey to find out how satisfied you are with the services that are provided by Housing 21. It really does make a difference. Your honest feedback helps to not only confirm what we're getting right, but most importantly, lets us know what we're not doing so well on and what we need to improve. This year, again, we recruited an independent third party called Acuity to deliver our survey. This was to help ensure that resident voices were anonymous and hopefully helped people to speak freely and openly. As a reminder, under the new Housing Regulation Act from 2024, all social housing landlords must record performance against key measures. This is to ensure residents are living acceptable standards of housing and can hold failing landlords to account. The survey incorporates questions relating to 22 tenant satisfaction measures, or TSMs for short. The TSM standard mandates that all registered providers develop and report them in accordance with the guidelines set by the housing regulator. So, apologies for that. That was a very serious topic with a very wordy explanation. But in summary, the TSMs focus on 5 key themes, which contribute to the overall satisfaction levels. These are keeping properties in good repair, building safety and safety checks, respectful and helpful engagement, effective handling of complaints, and responsible neighbourhood management. Last year at Housing 21, we received an overall satisfaction response of 89%, which we hope to maintain and ideally succeed upon this year. To draw out one of our lower scoring areas, complaints handling, where we received 60% satisfaction. As a result of this, we embarked upon a plan of action, which included reviewing and updating our complaints policy, procedure, and process. We introduced dedicated capacity and additional support within our complaints team. And you supported us too, with some residents also volunteering to help form a new complaints panel so we can help review and continuously improve all things complaints. But that's last year. What's happening this year and what's going to be next for this year's survey? Well, by the end of February 2026, each scheme will have received a copy of their survey report and results. Following this, your manager and the team will work in partnership with you to review and understand your scheme's report before co-producing an action plan to help continuously improve the satisfaction on your scheme. Now, before I start to receive any complaints about myself for going on too long, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm now going to have the pleasure of introducing you to Sophia. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Hello, everyone. I'm Sophia Nakuda. I'm Head of Strategic Projects for Extra Care, and I'm very pleased to be able to talk to you today about something quite new and hopefully you'll agree exciting. We have a new quarterly performance report available, and this is mainly for residents, but also for anyone else who's interested in reviewing it. We hope that the new report will give you a clear view on how we're performing against our various targets as an organisation. And the aim of it is to be very transparent, open and accountable to residents about how we're performing as an organisation. Hopefully take a look and see what you think. Some of the key areas covered include the quality and safety of your home, empty homes and how long we're taking to allocate them to new residents, response times for the different types of repairs that we do around your property, how we're handling and resolving resident complaints and concerns, as Ali just spoke about, themes from resident engagement taking place across the schemes, and employee information such as training completion, as well as current initiatives to support improvements as well. There's lots more in there too, but what we've tried to do is not overcomplicate the report. Hopefully, when you take a look, you'll agree it's easy to read, informative, and hopefully interesting for you as well. You can access the report on the Housing 21 website, click on the resident section, and then select performance. It should be easy to find, but if not, spoke to your local manager and they'll help you out. Please take a look and let us know what you think. Also, let us know if you want to see anything else or different in the report. It is still new, as I said, so your feedback will help shape future reports. And we want to make sure the reports really focus on the areas of our performance that matter most to you, so they're relevant and interesting. We look forward to hearing your views. And now I'll hand over to Ashley, who will talk to us about Awaab's law.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I want to talk about an important new law called Awaab's Law, which came into effect on the 27th of October. The new law is designed to keep your home safe. So what is Awaab's Law? Awaab's Law was introduced after a tragic case where a young child, Awaab, died because of mould in his home. His family had reported the problem, but it wasn't fixed in time. This law makes sure landlords act quickly when serious hazards are reported so something like this never happens again. So what does it mean for you? Housing 21 has strict timeframes to fix certain problems. A significant hazard is one that poses a significant risk of harm to the residents' health or safety, for which Housing 21 need to take steps to make it safe as a matter of urgency. We must consider residents' needs, vulnerabilities and safety. An emergency hazard poses an imminent and significant risk of harm to health and safety of the resident in their property. An imminent and significant risk of harm is defined as a risk of harm to the resident's health or safety that Housing 21 would take steps to make safe within 24 hours. So why is it important? Damp and mould can cause serious health problems, especially for children, older people and anyone with health conditions. This law ensures landlords act fast and keep you informed. So what should you do if you notice a hazard like damp and mould? Protecting you and your space starts with awareness. Spot the signs and the signs to look out for. Dark or greenish patches on walls or ceilings, a musty smell or condensation around windows, peeling paint or wallpaper, excess moisture or unexplained damp patches. So what's the prevention? Keep rooms well ventilated, open windows when possible. Use extractor fans in kitchens and bathrooms and avoid drying clothes indoors without proper airflow. Report any leaks or water ingress promptly and keep furniture slightly away from walls to improve air circulation. Heat your home often to keep a steady indoor climate. There will be an update information on your court notice boards, and our court managers will have talked to you at residents' meetings and gone through a quiz with you. If you're worried or unsure, we're here to help. Your safety and well-being matters to us, so don't hesitate to talk to us if you have concerns. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley. That was great. And now I'm going to hand you over to Tracy Jones, who will talk about something really important to our residents, and that's service charges.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jamie. Hi, everyone. I'm Tracy Jones, Head of Operational Development. So it's not only Christmas, as Jamie's just said, it's the important time of year where we review all of your service charge budgets. So early November until mid-December, we're reviewing your service charge budgets. Regional teams and managers should be holding budget review meetings on your schemes, and you should have received 14 days at least notice with detailed information at least 7 days before your meeting for you to be able to attend with the right information and have questions pre-ready for those meetings. Remember, it's your opportunity to have a voice and influence your scheme, especially on local contracts such as window cleaning and gardening. Our resident service charge network and internal project group, they've been working really hard this year to improve the processes and have done some great work. So what's new this year for service charge budget meetings? What will you see? Digital feedback. So surveys are now online for quicker and easier responses. QR codes and links will be included in your meeting minutes and displayed on your notice boards. So please complete these. Take some time out to let us know what you think of our service charge review process this year. And that will ease into our strategic objectives next year in terms of what we do again for you. Updated communication materials. So we've refreshed the invite letters and posters for clearer messaging, and we've revised the Understanding Your Service Charge and Rent Guide with some simpler terminology based on some of the feedback you gave us last year. Resident engagement, so new service charge vlogs explaining some key topics. Please get yourself onto YouTube and have a look at those. Managers will hopefully also be playing these in your coffee mornings and also at the service charge meetings as well. And there's an enhanced toolkit, step-by-step guidance for managers, some template letters and those evaluation forms. But if you want to get more involved, I'm sure you do, it's an exciting subject. Please let us know. Come and join the Resident Service Charge Network group. If you're interested, please let Amber Crick know, and I'm sure that there'll be some more details towards the end of this meeting later on. But thank you very much. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'm handing over to Carrie Anderson now.
Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Anderson. I am the Head of Extra Care for the South region, and I'm here today to talk to you about staying safe during the winter period. So as we all know, the weather's turned a lot colder and winter is definitely here. Since October, the NHS have rolled out its free flu vaccination, which I'm sure most of you are really familiar with. This is free for people over the age of 65 or for those people that are going to turn 65 before the 31st of March next year. You can also gain this jab if you are under 65 and you have certain complex health conditions. So if you haven't already had your flu vaccination or are unsure if you qualify, please do contact your local GP surgery and they will be able to book you an appointment. With the weather turning colder, we are preparing our schemes for winter, and as a responsible landlord, we have a duty to ensure our designated paths that form part of communal areas are gritted and clear of snow and ice. This activity should not be completed by any of you residents, but by a suitable contractor. But if you'd like to know more about the arrangements for your scheme you'll live in, please do speak to your housing manager. With Christmas, and we've mentioned that word 2 or 3 times now, fast approaching us, I know some of you will be decorating your homes and communal areas, and I've seen lots of lovely decorations already this month. To ensure everyone is safe during this time, we do have some important information about decorations and fire safety. Please remember your safety is of the utmost importance to us. So as a reminder, please can we ask you ensure Christmas trees and decorations are not placed in evacuation routes or exits. We do ask for your own safety that if you put up wreaths or decorations up on your doors, that these are not hung with nails or hooks. This will damage your door and may not give you the protection in the event of a fire. If you are using lights to decorate within your home, please ensure that there is no damage to them. And if you're putting up lights in communal areas, please ensure your court manager has arranged for them to be PAT tested. If lights are broken, we ask that you do not put these in normal waste and they should be disposed of at your nearest recycling point. And ideally, all decorations used are made of flame-proof materials. Please do not think we're being Grinches. Your safety and everything else is of utmost importance to us. We do want you to have a lovely festive time. But we also recognise that this time of year can be difficult for some of you. So please do reach out to your housing manager or one of the team if you do need additional support over this time. Thank you.
I wanted to touch on a point that we've been hearing from residents around people's concerns that we're restricting the amount of Christmas decorations that can be applied in communal areas. Hopefully from Carrie's update, You'll understand the importance of us keeping people safe. And we do want you to have a brilliant time in your schemes. But your safety is always our utmost importance. Hearing our residents' voices and our residents influencing how we do things is a really important part of what we do. And we have many opportunities available in Housing 21 for residents to engage with us around a variety of topics, not least service charges or our disability groups. And we would encourage as many of you as possible to come along and have a go at joining one of these groups. If you are interested, you can make contact with us on the email address on screen right now, and somebody will be in touch to invite you along to one of those sessions. I am now going to hand you over to Jen Bloor.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jen Bloor. I'm the head of extra care for the Central region. Feeling safe and secure in your own home is our top priority. And with that in mind, we have commissioned a project to review and strengthen our allocations process. We want to thoroughly understand our future residents, what their needs are, before we make any offer, to ensure that extra care is right for them and the residents already living in the schemes. As we've said, it's December and it's a joyful season ahead with parties and events across our schemes. Regional heads are looking forward to joining in and celebrating with you. But just to reiterate, please check on your neighbours who you feel might be isolated, vulnerable or lonely. We've spoke about the winter weather, and with that brings darker mornings and evenings, and just checking on one another. A warm drink and a friendly chat can make a big difference to someone. If you're ever concerned about a neighbour, speak to your local manager. We're all here to help. Be mindful of icy paths and changing weather conditions, and take extra care when out and about, and let us know if you need support. We've got some exciting plans for 2026. More scheme makeovers on the horizon to enhance your living spaces. We've got continued focus on resident engagement forums. Your voice really matters and it shapes what we do. Keep in touch via our website, newsletters, social media and local forums. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Jen, for that update. That was really helpful. So that's everything today from myself and the senior leadership team. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this update. On behalf of me and everyone else, we wish you the best Christmas and a Happy New Year.